I'm Rachel Shehori. I'm the Vice President of Engineering at Optimove, and we are based in Tel Aviv. But I was a student in a telecom company. It was my first job as software engineer. It was a super technological department, and we actually wrote the platform to the whole company. I had the best mentor on earth, and I think till this day, he's probably one of the smartest, brilliant, sharpest, talented software engineer I had ever met in my life. And he once told me that always make sure that I'm not the smartest person in the room in all the meetings, which means you always have someone to learn from where you are, no matter what is your position, what is your level. And it doesn't have to be technological. It can be in any level, but always make sure that you have someone to learn with. And I have to admit, the second thing that I learned is regular expression. The whole project was based on that. Until this day, I'm really, really expert in regular expression. Look, as a leader, I believe that my number one priority or focus should be remove any obstacle or impediment that my org or team have on the way. In the other hand, about the style, I would say that I'm probably trustworthy, approachable, but I can be brutally honest. I will give a lot of space, but not too much, or maybe I will make sure that although you have all the space you need, you still have the right gravity or the correct gravity that you need. And that there is a fine line between be involved and to interfere, and I'm trying to be involved as needed, but not interfere in the way of the team or my reports to make their great job. It's not a one project. It's one theme that probably a lot of our projects are related to, but as a SaaS company that it's out there and we have a lot of customers for the last 10 years, we have 10 years of legacy monolith code that at some point up to 2 to 3 years ago kind of slowed us down with the business, with development. We are breaking, we'll keep breaking the monolith, not until the end, until we need it, the parts that we needed out. We basically moving to the cloud, or actually we are there and now leveraging the cloud, especially around data and scale. And I would say this is probably the biggest project that every R&D organization currently working on, scale and that scale of, of data and like moving to the cloud and scale of data and scale of everything. Build versus buy as a thumb rule, which is, not always correct, but if it's mission critical core business, always build. You don't want to find yourself dependent something that it's your, main business, dependent on someone else that can do, pivot or change his mind or taking another direction. In the other hand, something that it's more for internal system, second or third layers of criticality to the business. I think when the speed is super critical and you don't have the focus, and one of the problems building by yourself is you need to put the right focus on that. And it's taking a bit of your energy and focus from your main business and core business. So in that occasion, if it's something that is out there and it's good enough, it's not your main business, I would go for buy. And about for buy, there is always, unless you have a very unique needs, go for buy. About unique needs, don't be so sure that their needs are so unique. Be sure that you won't actually need them all, because sometimes you are convincing ourselves that there are capabilities that we can't live without and we need to build them. And it slows us down for a few months or even taking a lot of the focus. Sometimes it can be challenged, that question. I would say very easily, if it's business critical, core business, I would build it by myself. Anything else, it's possible, and my needs are not too unique, I would buy. Something pretty common, it's speed and scale and the balance between them and quality with the other two. But of everything, speed of scale of changes, the generation are changing. I'm literally working with different types of people from totally different generation, cultures, focuses. technologies are evolving and are out there, both from open communities and all the cloud that's offering you, and the build versus buy versus incorporate is like unlimited. So basically the ability to change super quickly and adapt the right things. In one hand, leadership is leadership, but I guess the ability to adjust and to adapt to changes. Sometimes I think, especially execs, when we are, leading or part of big organizations, sometimes it's hard to see the changes at once or to accept them at once, and it seems them problematic, or things that used to take months in the past can take days today. Changes are pretty quick, and I think that like the job gonna be more around the ability to orchestrate all those changes. I think, well, it's, in my point of view, it's like the best profession in the world, engineering, all the type of it. But I think it's maybe related to other professions, but make sure that you are having not only fun in the day-to-day job, but actually joy. Because engineering is around building cool stuff with very smart and great people. The ability to enjoy when you're succeeding for a very smart thing that you built, to crack laughing when someone made a geek jokes. If you have this ability, you are in the right direction. You're gonna have fun along the way, because technologies today you're not need to adapt, like to choose something in the beginning. You can change along the way. There is not a lot of decision, but if you're a real engineer, just make sure that you're enjoying along the way, like making fun of hilarious bugs that you made, actually having fun, discussing work items, and making fun of building things together. I have to admit, I read books on papers, not Kindles, not on my phone. I actually read books. I stopped reading them for 1 or 2 years, a few years ago, but now I'm back. I have my theme. It's very boring. It's World War II history. But this is my theme.